Hi, this is Chuck Robinson, and this is Notes from the Master's Class. And today, I'd like to talk to you about the mechanics of forgiveness. Now, you've probably heard a lot of talk since you were a little bitty person about forgiveness. It is a huge, important subject. But what happens is we have filled it with so much doctrine and so many rules that it's hard to get a new thought in at all. And yet what I'm going to explain to you is a brand new thought. And it goes like this. A friend of mine, a close friend, my seminary roommate, called me about a month ago, and he said, "I've finally figured out why when I tell a story, it's totally different than what you tell when you tell the same story." And I said, "Well, we do have some differences." And he said, "Yes, but I found out why. And here's the reason. I just heard this. Apparently, every memory we have, good memories, bad memories, in the middle memories, are stored in different places in our brain. But when it's time to review or repeat or examine an old memory, all of those pieces come together in a single, it's just exactly like a computer file. They come together in a computer file. And this computer file flashes up on your display inside your head, and with that you can see all of the memory, all of the times that you've repeated it. And here's how that works. Every time you bring up a memory, it's a file, and it is not backed up, and it's not duplicated, and as soon as it's open, it begins to edit in any new information. So as you're watching that memory, and you wince when something hurts, or you think about somebody that did something wrong, or maybe you did something wrong, but at any rate, you begin to react to that memory, in many cases, as you've always done. It's like a repeating performance. And sometimes that's why you bring up the memory, so you can get that repetition, but it's not all that great an idea. So the memory then is in your mind, and now it's on your display screen in your metal computer. And every addition, edit, change, feeling, everything that you experience during your current review of that memory is recorded into that file. And all the other details of the files are adjusted to include seamlessly the information that you just put in the file. So what does that mean in terms of forgiveness? Well, I've been told by people the following statement: "I'm really trying to forgive that, but I just can't do it. I'm so angry." Sometimes people are so angry at themselves. And sometimes they're angry at somebody else, but either way, it's a lot of anger, and it's basically not positive. Because every time you bring up a memory that needs forgiveness in the middle of it, or any other memory, anything that you do inside that memory only hurts you because it's only your memory. So it's to your advantage to change that memory into something new, better, more positive, or certainly in line with your intention to forgive. So now here's how this is done. This is going to seem a little bit easy for you, and I discovered it's kind of easy for me, but the people that have given me feedback said, yeah, it's kind of easy, but it works. So I'm urging you to try this, because this might be a game changer for all of us. When you review one of these memories, review it exactly as you always reviewed it. That hurts, that didn't hurt, I should have done that, I shouldn't have done that, all that stuff. Just put it all right in there. And your feelings as you go through that will also be recorded, and any new images that you get will also be recorded in the file. But the file will be basically just as you left it the last time you watched it, with today's new additions and edits. So when you get to the end of that file, state your intention as follows. dot, 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 and all is forgiven. And with that, you close the memory. Now, did that create everything? No. But what it did was it set in motion several things. Number one, you spoke out loud your intention to forgive whatever the content of that memory was. Number two, by adding that to the end of the file, you have prepared that file so that the next time you see that memory, you will not be able to miss your intention that all is forgiven. And over time, it might take you 20 years of reviewing that file every 6 months, but in time, you will find out that that has made a difference because slowly, slowly, you have begun to forgive yourself, the other person, or even God for that matter. And all is forgiven. Now, I don't know if this works for everybody. I know it works for several people who have told me about it once they've tried it after I suggested it. But it's worth your trying, because if you've got something inside of you that nobody else knows about except you can't forgive, something your parents did, something other family members did, something your former wife did, or your former husband did, or your child did, or the guys at school did, or whatever it was, if you're willing to forgive that, then by setting that intention into the memory that you will recall every time you go back there, then you have set in information that's brand new to that file. Now, I know that forgiveness is important, but I also know that it's not easy. And in this particular situation, if you make up your mind to edit your files just exactly the way I'm suggesting, and all is forgiven, you might discover that life and your memories and your pain get a little bit better a lot at a time. So it's worth a try. We don't know whether it'll work for you or not, but if you try it, you may discover, hey, what if this really works? And the fact of the matter is, we're getting proof that it does work. So try it this week. This is Chuck. This is the Master's Class, and I'll see you in a short time. Thanks. And God bless you, because all is forgiven.
I really want to see you.